This is about absolute quality. There's no single product that can be better than it. The video, the Dr. Zhou, in the video also said that it is the best quality and absolute quality. Absolute price is something that I created, and quality is created by those doctors. But absolute price is made by myself. So we have a lot of competitors in supermarkets, but the price is only half of that, lower than our competitors. Basically, Atomy sells necessities, but the quality is better than others, and price is lower than others. This is called absolute price, absolute quality, department store quality, and supermarket price. So our price is competitive compared to our competitors in supermarkets. Think about toothbrushes. How much is it usually? It's $2 to $3, right? And you have to think about the quality. And you can do a test by yourself. And for example, I picked one toothbrush and I contacted the CEO of the company and I said we can sell it at $1. And he said, no way, we cannot do that. And he said that we have this kind of mold and it is really hard to make one. It is very expensive. So I said, how many cavity pin and gate? What type of gate for the mold? So I said many things, many information, and he felt that I am actually the expert. And I am indeed the expert because I worked for a manufacturing company for more than 15 years. And the company manufactured car parts. So that is why I know many things about manufacturing. So the price used to be $1.2, but I calculated all the costs and compensation for members and also profit for the company. No profit for company? No way. So I did all the calculation. That is how I calculated the final price and made that suggestion, and he said, no, we cannot do that. So I explained you can increase the cavity, the number of cavity for one mold, and the injection machine, you can change the injection machine to a bigger one, and you can buy a used one, not a new machine. If you don't have any channel, then I can introduce one to buy the used one, and I will not change the design until when the mouth of humanity changes. Of course, we should change the design when the design of human mouth changes. And when we change the design of the product, then we need to change the mold, and that can increase the cost as well. So I promised him not to change the design. And I also said I will give you the material cost in advance. And I will give you the cost in advance. Then you can buy the material with that cash. And that way you can get a 20% discount. I know those things because I am the expert in engineering plastics and materials. The US has the GE, Bayer, all those companies are the partners of mine to buy, and I bought some materials from them to manufacture bumper, back beam, all those car parts, and I developed those parts, and I also introduced and bought those big machines. And I also introduced manufacturing technology. I used to be the chief director for the manufacturing, and ISO 9001 was first introduced in Korea, and I was in charge of getting the recognition. It's okay. You are not following me. You can. It's okay not to understand what exactly I'm talking about. Because I am the expert in manufacturing, so I could exactly calculate the detailed cost. So I had all the strategies to lower the price. And this is the cosmetics and health functional food, not the cars. So the room for lowering price is very big. For cars, we said that we need to lower the cost as lower as possible. Side steps, many things are being manufactured, but you cannot get the price that you want.
First, we scale each of the ingredients and we need to see the original paper of the expert materials and we need to calculate every single ingredient with the cost. And how about the labor cost? We don't just do that. We use the clock and like minute clock and we even calculate the second. So if he or she works for 8 seconds, we pay for that 8 seconds. And then like this we calculate the cost and we put 3% of the profit. And after a year, review the cost once again. Because we need to see whether they did well for the past year, whether everything was improved, and in order to see whether is there room for improvement in terms of the manufacturing. So if there's some room for improvement, we need to also save the cost in order to be competitive in the global market. This is the reason. So for cutting the cost, we call it RCD team. The RCD means reasonable cost down. But from the vehicle factory's perspective, it's really reasonable and it's really reasonable cost down. But from the other's perspective, it's so bad. Like RCD becomes like some swearing word. So because I was in that opposite part, it was kind of like tragedy for me. I needed to fight for this really small money in order to cut the cost, in order to be competed in the cost. That's how the Korean cars could be really competitive in the global world. Now Korean cars has the quality and the competitiveness at the same time. Sometimes there are some like negative connotation on the Korean vehicle industry that says that they're so extreme and they try to cut the cost so much. But I think that that's their own competitiveness. That's how they became competitive in the world. Now, Korea's vehicle industry ranked the third in terms of the manufacture amount. But I believe that Korea will be the number one in the global vehicle industry. Now, Toyota and Volkswagen and Hyundai Motors. But I think that in terms of the quality and the price, Korea, like Hyundai Motors, will be the number one in the global market. But although I am driving a German car, but I am trying to sell Atomy cosmetics. Anyways, with that experience, I got used to cutting cost. Yesterday, I was at home and I didn't really like how the workers work because in the past, I did the work they did by myself, even though there were 5 workers at that swimming pool, fixing the swimming pool in my house. Back then, I was an engineer, so I had a lot of experience in fixing something and manufacturing something. But now I am into the field of cosmetics and health functional food. So comparing to the cost management of the vehicle industry, the cost management of the cosmetic industry were much better. But I could see that in the distribution channel, there are too much unnecessary cost. For example, in order to sell a cosmetic in the department store or duty-free at the airports, their profit could be 40% of the price. And they need to also pay for their advertisement, which is over 30%. If they want to work with a famous celebrity, they need to pay more. I would like to give you one secret of this industry. This is a special secret only for you. That is, that celebrity isn't that much beautiful because of that cosmetic product. The celebrities was born beautiful. It was not because of the cosmetic that they are promoting. And anyways, a lot of cosmetics costs include the cost for advertisement and the fees and the sales and so on. So I don't say that. I'd like to say that the product is expensive because of the quality. That cost all includes the advertisement and the sales and so on. And also the cost was because of the interior of the market, interior of the shopping mall. Even though you are using that cosmetic, you don't become that much beautiful as that celebrity. So here at Atomy, we don't want to pay for the celebrities. We don't want to pay for the rental fees. And then you will be the main character of our cosmetic. If you apply the product on your face, you might a lot of people around you recognize you, become more beautiful. So that's all because of the quality of the Atomy product, and you yourself will become the model of our product. So I'd like to say that we are selling the product at a reasonable price, an absolute price. I always say it's absolute price. Actually, I feel like I am an innate salesperson because when I started Atomy business, I already got the concept of the absolute.